Hey guys, Nick here, and I'm going to be bringing you guys some more perk cards that were added to the Wasteland Survival Guide. Before I get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the guide itself. If you guys are interested in checking out the guide, in the description down below, you're going to find a link to the Discord server. There you're going to find the Google Drive link to the guide itself and all the pages that I have created so far. I went ahead and split it off into different categories so it's easy for you guys to access all the ones that I've created so far. I guess the hardest part would actually be finding the categories that I have created because, you know, there isn't much yet. The game isn't out. We don't know too much about the game itself. And I'm also currently looking for other ways to present this guide. I was looking at PDFs and other ways to make it so you guys have an easy way to access all the pages that we created, and there's an easy way for all of us to insert more pages into the guide without it being a huge hassle. So if you guys have any ideas on how to make this an easier viewing experience, I am all ears. I'm always looking for ways to improve. I am indeed no expert. Also, if you would like to help out with the guide at all, whether you just want to send in some screenshots or you want to even create your own pages, you could message me or join the Discord down below and help out in any way you deem fit. We already have a couple other explorers helping out, and I'm super excited for this game to actually come out so we can create as much informational guides and tips for players. That being said, I'm going to continue going through all the perks that we've seen in Fallout 76 so far. Now, I'm going to be covering ones that we have actually confirmed and we have pictures of, just so it's kind of consistency with the quality as the game actually comes out or we receive more information. I'll be sure to update all these pages accordingly. Alright, and one of the first perks we're going to be covering today is Aquaboy/Girl. This one's going to be an endurance perk, costs 1, and its level 1 is no radiation damage from swimming, and you could breathe underwater. Now, this perk is only 1 level, and it gives us kind of a big bonus. We no longer get radiation damage from going through the water, and we could breathe underwater. In Fallout 4, this perk was pretty much useless because there was nothing really under the water in the Commonwealth to explore. You can make the argument that only in Far Harbor was there really any use for this perk, but looking at the map for Fallout 76, there isn't much water around. There seems to be some rivers and streams, but we really don't know how deep they are and whether or not there's going to be anything worth exploring in the water in this game. So this is one of those perks that we're just going to have to wait until the game comes out before we figure out whether or not this is really worth using a perk point for. Alright, batteries included is next, and this one is going to be a strength perk, costs 1, and its level 1 is energy weapon ammo weighs 30% less. Now, this perk is going to only be useful if you really want to focus on energy weapons build in this game. Energy weapon ammo is pretty heavy in Fallout 4, and I think if they include fusion cores in this, then it'll be a lot more useful. I personally don't really use energy weapons. I like to keep 1 in my arsenal just in case I find an enemy that is weak to energy weapons, but that's pretty much it. I hope they add more energy weapons to this game and make it worth actually picking up this perk, but that's only my opinion. Next up we have Contractor. This one's going to be an intelligence perk, costs 1, and its level 1 is crafting workshop items now cost 25% less materials. This is another one of those perks that you're going to want to keep, but only swap it in when you actually need it. If you're building inside your camp or you want to focus on the public workshop with yourself or with your friends, this is going to be a must-have perk for you. Expert perk is next, and this one's going to be a strength perk, costs 1, and your two-handed melee weapons deal plus 10% more damage. When you choose to make a melee build in this game, you have a choice of what kind of weapons you want to specialize in, whether or not you want to be one-handed or two-handed. One-handed weapons offer faster hits, while two-handed weapons deal more damage in a slower pace. I personally like attacking fast, even if it is for less damage. I like using combat knives in Fallout, so I'm probably going to end up with the Gladiator perk, but this is more of just a personal preference for you. Happy-Go-Lucky is going to be another Charisma perk that can be used in solo play. This one costs 1, and its level 1 is plus 2 luck when under the influence of alcohol. Now, these perks are interesting because if you can combo them with a whole bunch of different perks that have to deal with alcohol, then you're going to get a whole bunch of different bonuses. So this really only depends on if you want to play a type of drunk role-playing class or if you just plan on just having a little bit of fun with all the bonuses in the game. Luck of the Draw is next. This one's going to be a luck perk, cost 1, And the level 1 is your weapon has a 10% chance to regain condition when hitting an enemy. I think this perk is going to be very useful for auto fire weapons. Now, I haven't really played with this yet, and I assume that auto weapons are going to break faster than single fire ones. This perk is going to have a chance with every shot to regain conditions. So if you're hitting enemies at a higher rate, at a fast speed, logically this should work out better for you, as long as your aim is good. Marathoner is next. This one's an agility perk. This one costs 1, and its level 1 is sprinting cost is minus 20% action points. I'm definitely going to be getting this perk. Like I said in the last video, having your AP bar constantly filled is going to be very important for this game. Even if you're just sprinting away from something, or if you want to get ready for VATS, this perk is going to help you save that AP when you desperately need it. Alright, Panapictographist is next. Man, I really hope I said that right. This one's going to be a single level perk. This one's Perception. It costs 1, and its level is you hear directional audio when in the range of a magazine. So, now I don't think I've seen anyone find a magazine in this game or show you what the effects are or how they different from previous Fallout games. I personally think it's either going to be a permanent effect like it was in Fallout 4, or it's going to be kind of like the bobbleheads in this game where you get a bonus for a specific amount of time and then you have to read it again in order to get that bonus. Now, I don't think it's going to be a permanent bonus effect because that makes it unfair for people just getting in this game. But I don't know what the discrepancy is between bobbleheads and magazines. I'm hoping that bobbleheads is something that you keep in your inventory even after you use it, and magazines kind of destroy after one use, and you have to either find another one with the same name with the bonus you need, or you have to craft a new one. Again, this is just one of those things we're just going to have to wait until the game comes out. But anyways, Party Girl / Guy is next. This one's another charisma perk that could be played in solo play. This one has 2 levels and costs 2, and its level 1 is the effects of alcohol are doubled. So like I was saying, if you pair this up with Happy Go Lucky or any other alcohol-based perks, you're going to get even bigger bonuses. So that just depends on how you kind of want to play your class in Fallout 76. Perceptive Bobble is just like Panapictographist. It's going to be a perception perk, costs 1 with 1 level, and you hear directional audio when in the range of a bobblehead. So this is just another one of those perks that you kind of have to decide whether or not you want or not. If you're kind of one of those completionists, you want to find every little secret item in this game, this is going to be a must-have for you. But if you just kind of want to save your perk points for something more useful, then you can kind of just pass by this perk. Alright, Professional Drinker is next. This one is a 1-level perk. It's Endurance, costs 3, and you get no chance to get addicted to alcohol. Now, like I was saying, if you use Happy Go Lucky or with Party Girl / Guy, this is going to be a perfect card synergy for you. You're going to get all these bonuses from drinking alcohol without any of the downside. You don't have to worry about getting addicted to things. That's actually one of the main points why I didn't really drink or do drugs in Fallout 4 or any of the previous Fallout games, is because I didn't really want to have to deal with the after effects of being addicted to said drug. I think this perk is really interesting because it can kind of give you a little bit of a role-playing push if you want to be a drunk, you want to run around and see a whole bunch of players and act like a complete idiot while having the bonuses to back it up. I think this could be pretty fun. But anyways, I digress. The next perk in the list is going to be Quack Surgeon. This one's another 1-cost perk. This is a charisma perk, and you're able to revive other players with just liquor. So this is going to be one that you want to swap in if you're playing with other friends. If you don't want to waste your precious stim packs on them, this is another alternative. You could just grab a couple bottles of alcohol and you're good to go. Spiritual Healer is going to be another charisma perk. This one costs 1, and its level 1 is you regenerate health for 5 seconds after reviving another player. This one's going to be another co-op perk. This is great for those who want to pull off that heroic save, and it gives you kind of a nice incentive to do so. Strange in Numbers is next. It's going to be a single level charisma perk, and it is costing 1, and positive mutation effects are plus 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about mutations in this game. I usually try to get rid of my rads as soon as I get them because I want to maximize how much health I have. But If there's any other perks or any other way to keep the mutation even after using Radaway, then I might be more excited to use this perk and about just mutations in general. But then again, this is just another one of those. We'll just wait until the game comes out before deciding. That's going to go ahead and bring us to our last perk. It's going to be Sturdy Frame. This one's going to be a strength perk, costs 1, and armor weighs minus 25% less. I usually like to play my Fallout runs by using crafting as much as possible. That means carrying as many resources back to my base so I can use it later for crafting. This makes it so you can carry many pieces of armor to switch to, or if you want to carry more back to your camp to break down, you don't have to worry about traveling as much. Someone pointed out in the last video that you could just move your camp whenever you want to kind of just drop off different resources, and I wanted to kind of point to that. Yeah, you can do that, but moving your camp every time costs caps, and it looks like from this video it's going to be harder and harder to get caps. So we just kind of have to wait and see whether or not it's going to be viable to just move your camp whenever you want to bring resources, or whether or not it's more worth it to save your caps and just fast travel somewhere you could drop off all your stuff. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. The more that I look at these perks in this game, the more excited I get. I'm trying to picture the build I want to run for this game, but it seems like there's so many different perks and so many different options, and it's going to be hard to just kind of stick with one play style. But maybe that's kind of the whole point of what they're doing. They want to make it so you can kind of play this game different every time and choose a whole different build. That's just one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. What other perks do you hope make it into this game? I'm actually very excited to hear your guys' opinion. I think this is all the ones that we've seen so far, at least clear pictures of the perks we've seen. If there's any ones that I missed, you guys can put it down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure it gets put into the next video. I hope you guys subscribe so you can tune in whenever the next episode for the Fallout Wasteland Survival Guide drops. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Nickaroo. Have a good day.